Let us open our file first of all. Okay, so here is it. In English literature, whenever we study a particular literary piece, so we have to focus on few specific things. First of all, whenever you are studying any literary piece, for example, you are going to study The Merchant of Venice, play written by William Shakespeare. So what you would study first before reading the text, the process, the step by step, which things you have to study first before coming to the text. So first of all, you have to go through the era, that what are the features of that particular era, because whenever a writer writes a particular literary piece, it always have influence of that contemporary times. For example, how the society was doing in those times, how the world was changing, how was the role of women in that particular society, what sort of the male dominance existed. So these things are generally taken into consideration while writing a literary piece, and we get these things similar with the society in the literary piece also. So first of all, the first thing you have to study is that times, that era. For example, when we are talking about the Merchant of Venice, then you have to study first of all the Elizabethan age. That what sort of the Elizabethan age was, what was the main features of that age. Because when you study the text, you come to know that many features, many characteristics of that age are clearly visible in the text, in that literary piece. Then second thing is the background of the writer. Yes, because every writer has a tendency to write in certain manner, and that manner is defined by the background from which it has come, or you can say the what sort of past the writer has. So the past of the writer, or you can say the family background, or the financial background, or the social background, or you can say whether the writer has faced any sort of trauma in the past, or any love affair, the failure in the love affair, and all these things actually influence, or you can say shape the literary writing of the that particular author or writer. So you have to study the background of the writer also. Then we come to the writing style of the writer, because when we are reading a text, if we come directly to the text, then in many ways we may end up studying it only in you can say incomplete manner. Because okay, we can study the text, we can understand what the text is conveying, but there is a certain style of writing of every particular writer, and many other things which are not very much visible in the text can be understood by the style of the writing of the you can say writer. So a particular style of writing has to be understood first before coming to the text, because it helps in interpreting the text in a better manner. And that's why it is always said that how a writer writes also defines a text that much as the text itself. Then finally, after these things, you can come to the text and read that text, because now you have a holistic insight about the times in which the text was written, or the background of the writer and the writing style of the writer. Now you can study the text, and now when you study the text, you will come to know various things. For example, as I gave the Merchant of Venice example, and that Portia became in a way it advocated Antonio in the court. So it took uh, it appeared in the form of man, a boy, a man, because in the Elizabethan age women were not given enough rights, so they could not appear in the court as an advocate. So Portia did that. So now, because we know about the Elizabethan age, because we know about the society, so we can easily interpret why the Portia took that form. Uh, that's the thing. That's why I was saying that study the contemporary era, the background of the writer, the writing styles, and then come to the text. So this is how you have to approach, or you should approach, a text. Thank you very much.